Hi everyone, welcome to the session So You Want to Address. I am Ankush, Senior Program Manager with Google Maps.
Hello everyone, I am Rohan, Program Manager with Google Maps.
Many of you already know about plus codes and might be wondering how you can assign plus code addresses at scale. There could be questions like, is there a turnkey solution that I can use to assign addresses at scale? Is the solution accurate, efficient, and easy to use? How do I plan for my addressing project? What are the different phases in the project? What resources will be required for the project? Well, today, in this session, we shall try to answer these questions for you. So starting with the first question, yes, there is a turnkey addressing solution called Address Maker. Address Maker is a free Android app that lets governments and NGOs easily create addresses using plus codes. Address Maker solution has three components: Android mobile app to generate and verify plus code addresses on the ground, web console to manage the addressing project, training resources to onboard the project team to Address Maker solution. Now you know about the addressing solution, but how do you plan for your addressing project? Well, we can divide an addressing project broadly in three phases. First phase, project setup, followed by on-ground addressing, and then address activation. What happens in each phase? Let's see in subsequent slides. Starting with the first phase, project setup, we shall first look at various approvals and communications that are required before we start the project. Addressing location. Identify the area wherein you want to do addressing. Depending upon the scale of your project, it could be a neighborhood, locality, or even a complete city or state. Approvals. Before starting an addressing project, it's important that you secure all necessary approvals from the local authorities. This will ensure that the authorities are aware about your project and the benefits it will bring to both the citizens and the authorities. Communications. Local community might have questions if someone starts addressing their area without knowing who is doing it, how it will be done, and what are the benefits. This might also cause resistance from the community during addressing project. To avoid this and gather support from the local community, it's important to sensitize them about the project. This can be done in partnership with local authorities by printing and distributing leaflets, putting up posters, or representing the project in the community town halls. Next comes addressing policy. Before the team starts assigning plus code addresses, it's important to agree on the addressing policy. This ensures that addresses are assigned consistently across the project by different people working on it. Policy helps answer key questions upfront, such as what types of properties get an address? A residence, a business, a healthcare facility, but what about schools, parks, or tourist attractions? Do we assign an address at the entrance of the property that is used for public access or somewhere else? What to do if the property is under construction or the owner is not present? Do we come back again? How do we address a building that might have multiple residences or businesses inside? As part of the Address Maker solution, we provide you with templates to help drive these decisions. Once the policy is finalized, we configure the policy decisions in the Address Maker app so that the team can use it real time while assigning addresses on the ground, and hence avoid making any mistakes. Moving on to the project team. We broadly have two roles under the project team: project manager and field operators. Project manager is expected to have experience in project management and running field operations. The project manager leads the addressing project and collaborates with all stakeholders to drive decision making and ensure successful project execution. Project manager helps the field operators to get onboarded to Address Maker solution. Field operators, they use the mobile app to visit the area to be addressed and assign plus code addresses. They should be comfortable with the use of Android smartphones and get onboarded to the address maker solution. They will have to complete work assignments as assigned by the project manager and be responsible for quality and timely submissions of their work. Address boards are fixed at the entrance of a property. They help the user to validate whether they have reached the right property or not. This is wherein the online and offline worlds meet. It's important to set up a robust supply of address boards for your addressing project. Quality, cost, and time all need to be considered before arriving at the decision. For example, we need to make sure that the address boards can last long in adverse weather conditions that we might witness in some parts of the world. We can also share the address board specifications with you that can help you to get the right board for your project. Other resources required for the project: mobile devices. Mobile devices will be used by the field operators to go in the field and assign addresses using the Address Maker mobile app. Android 6 or above mobile devices are required with internet data connection. Devices with good GPS capability like GPS-A and GLONASS are recommended as it helps with quick sync while in the field. Apart from the mobile devices, the field operators would also need tools like hammer, nails, etc. to fix the address boards, as well as leaflet stationery while doing the addressing. With that, now I shall hand it over to Rohan to take us through the rest of the session. Thanks.
Thanks, Ankush. So once the project setup is completed, we move to the next phase of on-ground addressing. The first stage in this phase is called work package setup. The area to be addressed is divided into smaller subsections called work packages via the web console. Each work package has a clearly defined boundary. Once these work packages are set up, the project manager or the ops lead can then assign these work packages to the field operators using the web console. After a work package has been assigned to a field operator, it will reflect on the home page of the operator's Address Maker app. The operator will then open the assigned work package, move to the location where the work package boundary exists, and once they reach that area, they will choose a starting point and start addressing road segments, as well as assigning plus code addresses to properties existing on each side of that road segment. This activity is repeated for all road segments and properties within the assigned work package boundary. Please note that the agreed addressing policy is pre-configured on the app, and it will guide the field operators during their on-ground addressing work. When all the properties have been addressed, the operator can then submit the work package, and the package then moves on to the next stage. In the next stage, quality checks are performed on the added roads and addresses in each work package. If this data looks good, it is added to Google Maps, and the addresses are then sent for printing on the address boards. Once on-ground addressing is completed, then the field operators go to the field one more time and fix address boards to the entrance of each property, using some basic field equipment like drills or hammers and screws, etc. The status of the board fixing is then updated on the Address Maker app. After the address boards are fixed, the project moves to the next phase called address activation. In this phase, the addressing team works with local businesses, service providers, and authorities such as postal services, e-commerce retailers, emergency service providers, etc., to integrate the plus code addresses as part of their ongoing services being provided to the residents in that community. Let's roll the video to look at an example.
Phew.
Thank you.
If this looks interesting to you and you wish to get access to the Address Maker solution to use it for your addressing project, please submit the form at the link mentioned in this slide. We'll pause for a few seconds in case you want to note this down. All right, that brings us to the end of this session. Hope it was useful. Thanks for attending and happy addressing.